Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our next comic to the stage. His name is Matt Benoit. Put it together for Matt
Benoit. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming out tonight. This is fantastic. Give it up for Alex and Kay once more. So I like to listen to a lot of new music. I'm a big music fan. One thing though that I notice is a problem for me is that whenever I listen to a new song, I tend to mishear the lyrics the first time. I'll give you a good example of this. I was driving in my car the other day and the Wiz Khalifa song, Let's Get Medicated, came on my car radio. Does anyone here know that song? Exactly. You know, it's such a stupid song. Let's get medicated. Right? It's up. So I'm listening to it, I'm driving along, and the problem is that Wiz Khalifa pronounces the ED in medicated so softly that I honest to God thought he was saying, let's get medicated. Like I knew that probably wasn't right, but I didn't care. I'm just driving along like, let's get medicated, And then I got to thinking, what if that were the actual song? Wiz Khalifa, Let's Get Medicated. It would just be the weirdest music video you'd ever seen in your life. Just Wiz Khalifa at a senior center rapping about the senior lifestyle. You know? Some poor guy's eating Jell-O in the corner and there's Wiz Khalifa and he's like, I got a hover round and some D pants. I wear my life alert button cause I never know when. My memory be sharp, ain't no mental regression. I tell you all I know about the Great Depression. So let's get Medicaid. Let's get Medicaid. Let's watch some Matlock and drink some lemonade. That's what I do. Like that. Another thing I notice when I listen to rap and hip-hop music, which looking at me you know is all the goddamn time, is that some rappers like to sample the vocal tracks of famous singers, famous dead singers in their raps, and I don't understand. Like, they think it's cool, but I just think it's creepy and disrespectful, alright? Like, number one, their dad leave them alone, and number two, they would not have recorded with you if they were still alive anyway, alright? You're an unknown rapper from Baltimore, Maryland, he was Ray Charles, I don't know how that was ever gonna happen. But that same rapper's always trying to defend himself. He's just like, yo man, I've been honoring Ray Charles' memory. I'm like, really? You're honoring Ray Charles' memory by using his voice in a song about a gangbang. That's fantastic. Sure, Ray would have loved you for that. Would have given you one of those hugs of his if he could have. But he can't, because he's dead, so let it go. But no one ever lets anything go in this country anymore, so I'm pretty sure that one day soon I'm just going to get in my car, turn on the radio some morning, and hear the latest over-caffeinated DJ talking about the latest duet that shouldn't exist. You know, I'll get in my car, turn on the radio, and some guy will be like, and now it's time for the new Jay-Z Bing Crosby duet. Brother, can you spare a rhyme? And I'm going to be like, what the fuck? And turn it to the next station and it would just be worse, you know, like, now it's time for the new Lil Wayne Frank Sinatra duet. If I only had more crack. And I'm like, Jesus! Now it's time for the new Nat King Cole Snoop Dogg duet, Sweet Georgia Blunt. And they're gonna be like, okay, that's enough radio for now. I also like to, of course, listen to or watch a lot of TV in my spare time. And when I say spare time, I mean when I'm supposed to be doing, you know, important shit like trying to find a job. But nevertheless, I like watching TV. I'm up late at night, I'm watching, you know, movies, I'm watching terrible infomercials. One thing I noticed is that since Billy Mays died, there really aren't that many great infomercials on anymore. God rest his soul. I buy OxyClean. And I think we just need some new blood in the TV infomercial game. Get some new TV pitchmen, you know, maybe people you wouldn't expect. To be honest, I think George W. Bush would be an excellent TV spokesperson. I really do. I don't know what he's up to these days, except waiting for history to forgive him, but I think he would be an excellent spokesperson. Like, don't get me wrong, he would still screw up every ad he made, but he would do it in a really jovial way. Just like he screwed up the country, I think is what, you know? Have him doing products you wouldn't expect, like Garnier Fruit Tease hair care products, that'd be fun. Just have Bush be like, hi everybody. I'm former President George W. Bush for Garner Fructis Spray and Shampoo and Conditioners. And the director's like, cut! Okay. Mr. President, that's Garnier Fructis, that's a French term. He's like, hey, Don't lecture me about my French. I know my French. Glacier, that's French for ice. It's like, no, it's not, Mr. President. I don't think you understand. I said, don't lecture me. I know how to read. That's read, Mr. President. I don't think whatever, we'll just do this from the top, all right? I got this. I got this. Hi, everybody. I'm former President George W. Bush. You know, when you're the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, and someone people like to occasionally throw shoes at, you gotta ensure that your hair is thoroughly clean at all times. That's why I trust my aging follicles to garner fructus, brand shampoos and conditioners. Their special formulas leave your hair so thoroughly clean, you'd lick your own head with your tongue if it were economically possible. Garner fructus, that's French for fruit garden. And then he'd get fired from that, and he'd end up doing like non-profit work for National Poetry Month or something. But he threw that up too because he wouldn't have the proper terminology down, you know? Just be like, haikus, I love those things. They get excellent gas mileage. And I'm like, oh, no. And then finally, he'd wind up doing condom ads in the middle of the night. You know, I'd be sitting there watching those shitty movies at 1 a.m. and suddenly there is George W. Bush standing on his ranch next to a giant rooster as a subtle metaphor. It's like, hi everybody, I'm former President George W. Bush for Trojan brand condoms. You know, I've never been one to pull out of a tricky situation. Neither should you. Because when it comes time to inspect your lady's weapon of mass seduction, you don't want your troops going in there. That's why you need these. He's got like condoms holstered to his hip. You need these. Trojan Magnum brand condoms. These things are the most highly constructive thigh rubbers available on the market today. In fact, these condoms are so technologically advanced, upon you finishing your intercourse, they'll send an electronic signal to me, letting you know you've succeeded. At which point, I will climb into an F-16, fly to your home, and hang a giant mission accomplished banner over your bedroom door. Only problem is, once you see that banner, you realize you're going to be trapped in your bedroom for an additional 7 years. So, I'm Matt Benoit. Thank you guys very much.